Welcome to Disney Planning Insights. This is a replay of our DPI News and Notes show that we do every Tuesday over on Facebook. To see my smiling face, find us on Facebook at DPI Podcast or on YouTube at the Disney Planning Insights Podcast. Now enjoy this episode after a short ad from our friends at Anchor. Hi, I'm Matt. Welcome to Disney Planning Insights. Through creative content and live shows, we explain the hidden details of the Disney experience so that our clients can execute memorable adventures. Together with Princesses and the Mouse Disney Travel, we have helped hundreds of clients plan, book, and prepare for magical Disney vacations. Let our experience help you avoid common planning mistakes and maximize the enjoyment on your next Disney trip. Alright, like I said in the soft open, no Peter tonight, but we are going to have a news show and then we're going to get out of here. So relatively quick show tonight. Definitely want to go over to the page, check out some of the new stuff that we've got going on. Definitely on the short side, we're doing a lot on the short side now. Whether it's the Disney This or That series, or the stuff that we're doing with the parades and the shows and the stuff that we've seen at the parks over the last, couple of years. So definitely want to check all that out as well. So we got news tonight. I'm going to jump out of a couple things real quick, and that should open some things up to where we have a much nicer stream. So let's go ahead, get this up, go right here, and we will get into the news. So let me go ahead and do that, and new solo time. I got all these things buttoned. All right, so we're in the news, and my screen gets a lot smaller because it has to fit in between the little bubbles, I guess. All right, so we'll start with the big news, I guess. I guess it's just a continuation of something that's been going on for a while now, and that is Fantasmic over at Walt Disneyland. So Fantasmic, as most of you know, if you've watched the show or if you follow anything about Disney, Maleficent's dragon at the Disneyland Fantasmic show had a leak of the flammable liquid and caught on fire and basically burned to the skeleton, the metal skeleton of the animatronic, which is a big deal. It was going to take extensive repairs. They were hoping to get it up and ready by the fall. That didn't work, and now we've got word from Disney that they are not going to have Fantasmic back at Disneyland until spring of 2024. On top of that, there will not be a Maleficent dragon. There will be some other feature during that part of the show. So if you want to see fire-breathing Maleficent dragons now, you will have to see them in Stars on Parade at Disneyland Paris and the Festival Fantasy Parade at Walt Disney World. Basically their statement is, our goal is always to deliver the best possible show for our guests. With that in mind, we are planning to return of Fantasmic with exciting new magic in spring of 2024. So spring of 2024 means it will open August of next year, because we know what Disney timelines are like right now, and we don't trust them at all. So, yeah. Let's move on to a little bit more of this DeSantis versus Disney battle. If you follow the show, you know that we have very much taken the stance that this is a huge nothing burger when it comes to the show. Why did that stream was deleted during the That's weird. What's going on here? So yeah, so we've been talking about it being a relatively big nothing burger just because I feel like it's a big publicity stunt on both sides. You know, DeSantis wants to drive travel to Florida, wants to take a hardline stance against Disney going into the presidential debates, wants to look like a big tough guy when it comes to all this stuff. But in the end, he's really looking, and Disney's doing the same thing. They're both looking like fools in this because they keep suing each other about when the trial's going to start and First Amendment issues and all this kind of stuff. And all that means is they need something new in the news cycle. Nothing's really changing. And there was something that posted last week, and it stated, DeSantis Disney Oversight District proposes tax decrease on Disney World and district business owners. Of course he does. Of course that this is going to happen. Of course, in the shadows, DeSantis is going to try and help Disney because Disney is still the largest single site employer in the world. They need the money. They need the revenue stream. So what does this mean? Is that it is all about the news cycle. It's not about who's right and who's wrong. You know, they're going to sue each other. Where does the money for Disney to sue people come from? It comes from the people that come to the parks. Where does the state of Florida get the money to sue Disney? It comes from the taxpayers of the state of Florida. In a lot of cases, those are the same people on both sides, so they're funding both sides of the argument. DeSantis knew revenge travel was going to dive and create a controversy to give a segment of the population a reason to travel because they hate him. I said it out loud. It doesn't come off any different than it did when I wrote it on Twitter. Exactly the same. This is a fabricated story that benefits two entities and doesn't benefit the population. All right, moving on. Check out our new version of Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. It's the same as the old version without the weird intro. Apparently people didn't like that, so we completely cut it off. Got a new version up. It is just the ride. If you like that ride, it's a great version of the ride. Really, really clear. Check it out over on the YouTube page. A lot of people have already. Going over to Disneyland again. Beginning September 12th, Disneyland Resort, Carnation Cafe, and Riverbell Terrace and Cafe Orleans will be introducing new food options along with wine, beer, specialty cocktails, and now non-alcoholic beverages. This is kind of the introduction of booze to Disneyland. It has slowly been happening at World. It is now happening at Land. Alright. From July 27th, there is a new interactive experience coming to the Magic Kingdom. Smellephants on Parade. Yes, you heard me right. I said Smellephants on Parade. Will be a family-friendly search and sniff. This sounds horrendous. Adventure in Storybook Circus, presented by Scentsy, the official home of the fragrance of Walt Disney World. Stay tuned for relevant details. Thanks, Disney, for that. So basically, this is going to be over by Casey's Circus, Dumbo area, that kind of thing, and they are going to have these almost like the 50th anniversary statues scattered around there, and they are going to have different scents. And you will be able to walk around and smell different elephants. Yep. That's what it's coming to, guys. That's what it's coming to. Still don't know why that's doing that. See if I can reload it and maybe it'll be relevant again. Relevant. That's exactly what I said. There we go. Much better. Alright. So, welcome everybody that's watching over on YouTube and over on Twitter or on Twitch tonight. We are over on the Matt_DPI channel on Twitch. So if you want to check us out over there, if you are a Twitch user, Pretty cool. We got 9 followers now. We don't put a lot of effort into the channel over there. But if you jump on and chat and that kind of stuff, we'll respond and talk to you and interact and converse. We have a lot of viewers in both places, so thank you for watching wherever you watch. Definitely excited to have people here. Let's go over to Epcot. Epcot probably has the thing that I am most excited for coming beside Cake Bake Shop, and that's a whole nother thing that we can talk about later. But new barges arrive for Epcot's next fireworks show. They have this huge staging area right now back there, and they are building these barges, and they've got 2 of them out in kind of the staging lagoon now. They are putting platforms out in World Showcase Lagoon, all that kind of stuff. So lots of work being done here. I would love, as part of D23, to be able to see a preview of the show. Disney, make it happen. D23, gonna have basically all of your media sources in. Give us a preview. Let us see the show. Kevin Mayer and Tom Staggs are reportedly consulting for Disney, working with Iger and others at the company to help figure out how the company's linear properties intersect with Disney's streaming strategy. I guess there was a pretty bad breakup between these guys before, and now they've come back as consultants. Yeah, we know how that's going to work, but hey, I don't get to consult with them as much as I'd love to sometimes, and just slap them with a shoe and say, hey, use some common sense. They don't ask for my opinion. When you bring back employees that you fired for a certain reason to do the thing that you fired them for not doing well before, may not work out well for you in the end. Fall has arrived at Magic Kingdom. It is August, and I guess that's a good reason to have the pumpkins out at Magic Kingdom. First, Not So Scary is coming up in about a week, so I guess that is good enough reason to have them. And talking about Not So Scary, we have a lot of stuff coming on, getting released about Not So Scary. So let's go ahead and let's jump over there and check that out. So Not So Scary, the party at Magic Kingdom during the Halloween season. It runs basically beginning of August, like I said, in about a week through Halloween. We've got a bunch that has dropped about some new things coming from there, and a few of them are Adventureland will be taken over by a spirited pirate band and their crew. Be sure to listen for their sea shanties while their shipmates roam the land, sharing tales of explorations at sea. Get ready for even more chances to stand out with Max Goof and his Powerline Party Pack at a new pop-up parties throughout Magic Kingdom before this popular crew dances onto Main Street ahead of Mickey's Boo to You Halloween Parade. This is kind of interesting because basically what they're saying in this one is that you're going to get Powerline Max, and they're going to have little like pop-up dance parties around the park before the parade starts. So the parades are going to start at 9:15 and at 11:15. And you're going to have these little dance parties happening before they start. Maybe during the fireworks, because they kind of bookend the fireworks, that kind of stuff. So pretty cool. Seven Dwarfs will be returning to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Even if you are a little bashful, stop by and say hello. They'll be happy to see you. Little puns there. And then Mickey Boo to You Parade will be more villainous than ever, with favorite foes Ursula, Cruella de Vil, the Queen of Hearts, and newly announced Sanderson sisters, Minnie Mouse, Daisy, Duck, and Clarabelle joining the frightful finale. Lots of things going on. We actually got some times on the shows as well, and they're going to start around 8 o'clock, and the last show will be at midnight, which is kind of what they've done in years past, for both Not So Scary and for Very Merry. Those are definitely a few things that have happened in the past. Lots of merchandise, getting a lot of things over on Shop Disney now. Disney's Animal Kingdom Park during the Halloween season. So this is basically from October 1st through 31st, the animation experience at Conservation Station. You'll be able to draw some villains. So Bruce from Finding Nemo, Kaa and Shere Khan from The Jungle Book, Tick-Tock from Peter Pan, and Scar from The Lion King will be part of the villain animation lineup. And that, like I said, October 1st through October 31st. And that is back in that Rafiki's Planet Watch section. Mickey's Seasonal Dining at Hollywood and Vine offers wickedly fun overlay this fall season, including a chilling Halloween feast that's frightfully delightful. Reservations for this festive experience are recommended. Can be made on the Walt Disney World website. Fall-themed food and beverage items, including Thanksgiving meals at select resorts, returning to the Walt Disney World Resort. So lots going on for the fall. Again, it feels like a lot is coming back finally, and that's just good to see. If you are somebody that enjoys planning Disney trips, Plan Disney Search is happening starting August 7th. Or no, now open through noon of August 7th. So if you want to be a Plan Disney panelist, definitely go over there and submit your application. Something that both of us on the show have thought about a little bit in the past. So, no, really cool. Let's see, anything over here? Paul Rubens passed away. Most of you will know him as Pee Wee Herman, but he did have some relatively large roles as far as the parks go, especially if you have ridden the old version of Star Tours or have been in Oga's Cantina, because he is the voice of DJ Rex. So Paul Rubens passed away yesterday. He had a long battle with cancer, and hopefully he rests in peace. But that's about it with the news. I've got one more thing on the news. I do. Let's go here. Let's go here. It is concerning a special ticket for Florida residents. It is a 2-park Explorer ticket. It is a special 2-day ticket that has valid admission to Epcot and Animal Kingdom only. There you go. Hopefully it's super cheap, but we'll see. It's $159 plus tax for the 2-day ticket. Not per day, just $159. So about $80 a day. So that's, for the most part, it's about $20 off per day off of your normal gate admissions to the parks. So it's a deal. Florida residents. Let's see. Valid August 1st through September 29th. Have to be a Florida resident. Limit 1 theme park per day. Total of 2 admissions on 2 separate days. Theme park reservations required. Are subject to availability. Ticket and add-on options expire September 29th. All tickets and options are transferable, non-refundable, and exclude activities, events separately priced. Yada, yada, yada. You know the rest. With no Peter tonight, we're not going to do a top 3. So definitely go check out some of our old top 3s over on the YouTube page. It has its own section for the top 3 segments. We have done about 25 of them this year, so done a lot, had a lot of fun with them so far. Look forward to doing a bunch more in the back half of the year, with our other half getting ready to start his school schedule. He'll be on and off through kids events and school events and that kind of stuff, so we'll be able to hopefully get about 20 more out this year. That'd be cool to get to about 45 for the year. And then we've got Big Trip in September. You're going to get a lot of information from us on that about a month away now from D23. Looking forward to seeing all of the details coming out for that. We're going to share a ton from that with you guys as we get to check it out this year. We're also going to check out a bunch of the stuff from from Not So Scary while we're out there. We're also going to do Putt-Putt. We're going to play some Putt-Putt while we're out there, so excited about that as well. So guys, thank you all for joining us tonight. Again, definitely, if you haven't subscribed before, definitely hit that subscribe button. We do a ton of Disney content. We have a lot of fun. Love interacting with you guys, answering questions, anything that we can do to help you out enjoying your Disney vacations. Definitely check us out, hit that subscription button, like the videos, and we will see you next week. So thanks for joining us tonight, but I'm gonna get out of here, so bye now. All this should work now. It should be pretty nice. So, no guests tonight. Peter's out in California officiating some swimming. So next week we should have him back on with a new top 3. If you are looking for us on social media, you can find us in a lot of places. The easiest is going to be over on Facebook at DPI Podcast for the channel, at PATM Disney Travel for the travel side. If you want to interact with us on the fun side, over on Twitter at Disney Insights. We need to change that to over on X, I guess. And you can always find us on YouTube. Thank you for joining us tonight and everything that you do, liking, sharing, subscribing, everything for the channel. You guys have a wonderful week, and for Peter, see you next Tuesday.